Alright fellow gamers, if you're like me, then you may be a little bit exhausted after all of this E3 madness. Though society may not understand us, we know that watching keynotes and salivating over new games can get a little bit exhausted. Plus, whoa, throw in an occasional epic reveal, and that's too much to handle. But you know, in all seriousness, this year's E3 brought us a lot of great surprises to look forward to. So here's 10 of the best E3 surprises. Kicking things off, 90s babies like myself rejoiced worldwide at PlayStation's announcement that Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and Warped are being remastered from the ground up for PlayStation 4. Let me repeat myself, Crash Bandicoot is back, so let nostalgia ensue for just a second.
What have I got?
Thank you. While there was no release date announced, no gameplay shown, and the topic was quickly changed to how Crash was joining the new Skylanders' imaginations. But you know, that's okay with me because Crash will be back soon, so all is well. But I mean, is it too much to ask for Crash Team Racing 2? Alright, I'll chill. Next on the list has to be the revival of Quake. 20 years since its initial release on PC, at Bethesda's briefing they showed off this killer new teaser trailer for the new competitive multiplayer title. Now from the looks of it, the game is going to maintain the classic arena action the series has built a reputation for, but at the same time introducing unique characters with some pretty awesome abilities. Quake Champions will still have competitive tournaments, leagues, and a whole lot more, and while there is no release date announced just yet, that's enough for us to be satisfied for now, I guess. All rise for Kojima. Put your hands together for Kojima. The return of Kojima happened at E3 as he showed off this insanely creepy yet oddly intriguing new title called Death Stranding. Now if you're a Walking Dead Norman Reedus fan, then this is probably an instant cop, but then again it just might be either way. Not much was told about the backstory, what gameplay will be like, or really anything else for that matter. But really, let's be honest, any game that creeps you out, but oddly you can't turn yourself away from, is bound to be special. Plus, Kojima has a fire track record. Like, straight flames. Fourth on the list in absolutely no particular order is actually some news from Xbox Live. The introduction of clubs and arena on Live is definitely a cool idea, and honestly, I don't know why it's taken so long for it to hit these platforms. With clubs, you can form groups of people that like the same games, game style, and more, and with arena play, you can create tournaments for games like FIFA, Madden, and stuff like that. It should hit Xbox Live soon, and you know, it just makes sense.
Xbox Live is the place to play.
Don't call it a comeback, but you know, that's what it is because Kratos is back in a brand new God of War. Now the excitement that hit the crowd when this thing was played was epic. The new game kinda looks like The Last of Us for some reason, but plays like the God of War we know and love. The whole Norse mythology thing should be cool to dive into, and while it's a little weird seeing Kratos play the whole Yoda to Luke role, this game can't come soon enough. Now while the new Xbox One S was allegedly leaked the night before the keynote announcement, I still got mixed feelings about this thing, a little beef perhaps. And the fact that Xbox showed off a whole new Xbox called Project Scorpio right after definitely did not help. Even so, this thing is supposed to be the most powerful console ever built, period, fully ready for 4K and VR. With insane processing power, I guess the real difference between this and the One S is that it'll be able to perform 4K with ease, and the One S supposedly won't even be ready for VR. This whole console announced way early kinda overshadows this new one coming out this August, but even so, it's something to keep an eye out for.
It's a monster.
But on the other hand, you know, speaking about VR, PlayStation announced that their headset will be available October 13th for $399, and one of the games that we're pretty excited about is Resident Evil 7. While many titles have tried the horror genre, none have a reputation as big as this series, and true horror and first-person VR may make me not be able to go to sleep for a few days, but you know, that just means more time to play. That's a fair trade-off, I guess. And then there's Last Guardian, you know, the game that's tugging at all of our heartstrings. While it's no surprise that this title is hitting PS4 thanks to last year's E3, this year's brought us a surprise in the form of a release date to finally prepare for, and the game is actually coming as soon as this October 25th. We all shed a tear during that new trailer as we heard Trico crying, just please, please don't tell me that his wings are broken. Then we we got Nintendo. Nintendo. You make it so hard to love you, yet so easy at the same time. While their keynote was very different from the years past, they focused on just 2 games, and the one everyone's drooling over is the new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Teased for almost 3 years now, there's a number of reasons to be excited about this game, but the sheer freedom to create your own adventure in a massive open world is like a Zelda nerd's dream. Hyrule is ours to rule this time, with tons of crazy items to use, a stunning art style, familiar play, and even amiibos. Yes, amiibos! Nintendo has done it again. It looks like a classic to me. And finally, last but not least, he's been in the movies but has not had a decent game in a while, and Insomniac is looking to change that with a brand new SpiderMan game exclusive to the PS4. Now, not too much was said about this game at all, just a teaser trailer was shown, but the gameplay looks awesome, and Insomniac has done pretty well recently with titles like Sunset Overdrive, so this is definitely promising. Cheers, we just may finally get a good Spider-Man game for once in a while. Life is good, ladies and gentlemen, life is good.
No pressure, right?
So, well, there you have it. There's a look at 10 of the best E3 surprises, but we want to know, what are you excited about? Feel free to go ahead and let us know in the comment section below. And until next time, you already know what to do. Yeah, that's right. Keep it locked to Digital Trends.